Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm Will, and I've got my co-host over here, the Grease. Say hello, Grease.
Hey, YouTube land and podcast land.
Here we are.
Is one of them the sea, though? Like, should I say
about?
like one is land and one is sea?
No.
I feel like YouTube's the sea.
No.
You just never know what you're gonna run into down there.
Like a kraken. Could be a kraken.
Could be that would be because the junkies have like octopus tattoos.
Yeah.
So that would make sense.
The kraken. Yeah.
I'm just like a big shark, whale.
All the things that terrify
Just people are upset.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yes. I lost at Matt Madness. I mean, more than double my score.
Well, but also the points are like different. But yes, you got like walloped. But it's like it was a large amount of points were scored, but it's not uniform every time that it's played how many points are possible.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So,
however, there's there has to be shenanigans. There's no way Cam on the nose guessed 2 bottles. One being a random 16-year Crown Royal. Like, what's happening?
Well, all I'm saying is I tried to pay off Matt Porter at one point and he said no. So I don't think there were shenanigans.
No. I'm just, I'm just curious. Did he taste them before?
Who's to say? Let's be honest. If someone can name a random 16-year-old Crown Royal after just tasting something still,
that's still pretty good.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
You deserve the points.
Unless you had one of those proofometers and then you just Googled the proof and like looked at my options and then just tried them. Could you have them?
I don't think that's how that would work.
I don't think it would.
Because if it was like 100 proof too, 90 proof. I mean, come on. There's like a million different things. So
I don't know why this made me think about our 8-bit half speed.
Oh, if you don't know what Grease is talking about, we did some 8-bit half speed. They were like animation videos of our talking on the podcast, but slowed down to half speed, and it just sounds like we've been drinking all day long,
straight hammered.
Yeah,
and it's like prove 90 prove
like a million options.
I can't remember what led into that, but it was perfect, whatever it was. Dude, happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to before we had that sidebar on the loss of Matt Madness. But it is Memorial Day today when we're recording this, when we're live on YouTube. If you're hearing this on the podcast feed, it's a little bit later. But
I guess it's not happy Memorial Day. It's not like
you celebrate Memorial Day.
I celebrate.
Yeah. People go out and celebrate to honor the memory of those that gave their life for this country. So right. I think that it does sound weird to say happy Memorial Day, but the purpose is to celebrate the sacrifice that people gave. Mm-hmm. And instead of it being in vain, there is a somberness to it, but it's still based around celebration. So
some people, cook a brisket. Some people cook a chicken, and some people go to the lake.
Yeah. What'd you do today? Did you cook anything?
I went to the pool.
Because currently situation in this. It feels like we're in a smoker in the basement.
Yeah,
here,
my AC unit's out.
Yeah. But
yeah.
we're gonna power through it.
We're in the basement where things should be fine.
Well, I mean, it still was a 90+ degree day. So it's not like your basement.
It's 81 upstairs.
If the AC's not working, it's not like the basement's like, oh, we'll be a balmy 70.
Yeah.
You know.
It's cooler outside in the shade than it is in my house right now.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
You know what's fortunate?
Yeah.
You know why it went out? Because they installed the wrong AC unit. They installed like a 1-ton unit for 3 floors.
Oh, wait. You had 1 unit for the whole house?
Whole house, 1 unit.
No.
I swear on my life. You can go look at it. It's right there. We'll add out there.
Why?
Well, it's actually common for it to be 1 unit. But there's like these dampers at zone 1, zone 2. However, you need a sufficient unit to push the air.
You need like a 3.
I'm
minimum.
I'm getting a 4.
I was about to say.
I told him. I told him. I said, don't Band-Aid this. I was like, literally, my kids have been sweating every night in the summer because it can't get to them.
Right.
And I was like, do not Band-Aid this. Freaking hit a home run. And he was like, how does a 4-ton unit sound? I said, that sounds great. Because that would cover up to even 1,000 more square feet than my home right now.
That's insane, though.
So anyway, but when they we're not talking whiskey yet. But last week they were supposed to come and install it. They called me and said, "Hey, man, one of our guys left and went home, so we're not going to be able to get out there today." And I was like, "Okay, well, when are we going to do that?" We're going to have to push it to Thursday.
Okay.
So Thursday comes around. They call me at 6 a.m. on Thursday. I don't get up at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up the phone. You know how you like try to sound like you've been awake so you don't look like an idiot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just like, hello.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, hello, this is Matt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of try to feel like you're going for it.
Right.
Well, I did that, and they were like, yes, sir. We were going to come out there today, but we noticed that we have the wrong unit for you here. Your unit hadn't come in yet, or the right unit, so we're going to have to order that one and whatever. So if they would have done that, but this daggum thing, the reason why it's dead is because it's literally
because it was like 90 degrees today and like 100% humidity, and it's a Tennessee May Memorial Day weekend, almost June, and they decide to give you a 1-ton unit.
Yeah.
Well, now, and this is somebody in the chat said
2 burners in there.
You may need to check it out because our friend Travis Robinson said 1 ton for every 500 square feet. So you may need more than 4. You should do some research on that.
Well, so my buddy, and I don't know if Travis is in the HVAC industry.
Yeah.
But my buddy's in there in Georgia. And so I called him and gave him the specs.
And he said that should be good.
Yes.
Could be like a turbocharged 4-ton.
Could be.
You know, like Ford on their cars now, they have like that 4-cylinder that's turbocharged and it has more horsepower than the 6-cylinder.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to charge more to upkeep, though.
Who's to say? Maybe electric bill, maybe a little bit higher.
Actually, it's not. Actually, our electric bill is going to go down significantly.
No, I meant
because it's not going to run.
No, literally nonstop. Yeah, you probably had like a $500 power bill.
Oh, dude, in the summer we are $380 and higher.
You're kidding me?
No,
that's.
I actually almost asked them to pay the difference.
That's crazy.
Like, I want to take all my summer bills, and then as soon as this unit is installed, compare that bill with the rest of them.
Yeah.
And just be like, look, we haven't changed anything except
the unit.
So pissed, dude. I had a ticket in for that repair for 2.5 years.
That's crazy.
And they're just now, they sent out the stupid AC company 500 times. And the AC company didn't even look at it and say, yeah, dude, your unit's small. Well, okay. Yeah.
No, he did, but it wasn't about the AC. He was just a very judgy repairman. All right. Here's what we got. Tomorrow is June, correct? Or is it in 2 days? 30 days, half September, April, June, and okay. So Wednesday is June.
Yeah.
Wednesday's June.
As some people call it. Well, my ancestors call it. I'm German.
So my daughter, because like she sings like a January, February, March song.
Yeah. January, February, March,
and like
and April, May, June, July.
Knows that one too, but this is a different one. The one that where this messed her up.
Oh.
So she thinks that it's that the months instead of June and July are Junge and alive.
Oh.
She goes January, February, March, April, May, and June. And then she goes alive.
That's not going to age well.
No,
you know what I mean? Like she's got a year to figure that out.
Yeah.
Until
she will. She's 4, by the way.
Well, so, I know. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, man, when she goes into the streets of elementary school, dude.
Yeah.
It could get a little crazy.
But so June, we have 2 barrels dropping.
Oh, yeah.
From Oak and Thieves. Oakandthieves.com is our barrel club.
Yep.
With Bob and James. We're going to focus on some stuff with that tonight, but and I think we're dropping it like on June 1st or soonish, within like the week. It will be available.
When we give a deadline, you just got to give us like 5 more days.
Right. I'm saying we're going to start the rollout because we do have 4 tiers.
Yes.
And so we make sure the first tier can get some, and then the next tier. Now, this one, both of these barrels are available.
I think everybody's going to be able to get multiples.
Everybody should be able to get multiples if they want it.
And we've got some, I think
they are
great stickers for this one.
Super cool. Oh, James said that the stickers get there Tuesday, which is tomorrow.
Great.
So so we should be able to roll very quickly on this. And so this is going to be now this will be the 4th and 5th barrels from Oak and Thieves that have been released.
Yeah.
They're really special to me because these are the first that we picked all together to be released.
Oh, yeah.
With Bob and James.
Yeah.
But also 2 Oak and Thieves members got to come with us. So we did it Thursday morning before Whiskey Weekend started.
James Waddell.
I thought it was Waddle, but you say Waddell.
Well, Waddell, if it's not Waddell, if it is Waddle, I'm pretty sure he wants it to be Waddell.
Could be. I don't know. Maybe his whole life has been Waddle. He owns it now.
I'm just Jamesing over here. You know what I'm saying?
He's from Atlanta. Good dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. He wants to hang so bad. I want to hang with him.
He's great. And then also Todd Cooper, who we've known for longer than James.
The Koopman.
Yeah.
He works at nights.
Yeah.
And he likes to drink at 8 a.m.
Yeah. A lot of people do that have night shifts.
Yeah, no.
Like Eric Smith, he gets home from work, night shift nurse. He's like, got to have some, post-work drinks at 8 a.m. That's a thing. I know it feels weird, but that's your evening. If your days are all topsy-turvy.
What was that in Rookie of the Year? There was that like risque movie that they got in the hotel. It's Midnight Nurses from Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking that it was just night nurses from Jersey. Because when you said he's a night nurse, I was like, that just sounds. I don't know if that's the politically correct term either. Night nurse. That sounds like borderline offensive. Oh, no. Wait. No, that's wet nurse.
No, that's something completely different.
That is different.
And you know what? Eric does not qualify for that.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
So he
eats a lot of those snack cakes. I would
milk chocolate.
I would assume he would lactate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we went to Nulu and we picked we picked down here. Oh yeah, brutal.
Like I was
It's
just
brutal.
looking at the reason I got distracted is because
we're glistening.
You have a
yeah, we're glistening.
So we went to Nulu.
And there's some funny stories there, and one of the stickers alludes to it.
There's 2 back-to-back stories within like 30 seconds.
Yeah. So one, the schedules were off. The time was off. We went around back, and we were essentially told to leave in not so generous terms. And so we did, and we went and had breakfast with Todd and James. We were a little embarrassed because we're like, this is our first pick, and everything's not lining up great.
Right.
And
before that, however, we did saunter into another restaurant that we thought was open.
Oh, yeah. Because the door also was unlocked, and they were cooking, and it smelled amazing.
It smelled amazing.
Yeah.
We walk in there, and he's like, can I help you guys? And I'm like, we want your food that we smell. And he was like, no, man, we're not open for like another 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we were like, dang it.
Well, also, how about if you're going to leave your door unlocked, have a closed sign, like all sorts of different things to signal to people.
An indicator would have been nice.
Right. So we're striking out. We went and had a delicious breakfast.
Should have just asked if we could have just sat at the bar. We just sat at the bar.
And then we went back to Nulu, and tone had changed. Everything was good. And we were able to pick 2 barrels. And I'm really excited about them. The first one is a straight bourbon.
Yep.
MGP distillate, obviously.
Very smoky nose.
Well, and that's what's so interesting, because I feel like a lot of people, when you say MGP barrel pick, has gone from being like the holy grail to like, yeah, it's good whiskey, but you can get them. Right. That was one thing that James Smith was adamant about.
Yeah,
we all were.
We're only going to get something unique.
Yeah, but if it's not what fits our desire,
right,
turn it down. We'll leave. And we
turned like 10 barrels.
We had 2 people with us that they were getting to pick with us. They are Oaken Thieves members, and we're letting them know, hey, it's not good. We're not going to pick one.
Right.
So the first few were not great. And then, pour me a little bit of that. Is that the
Red Dog?
Oh, I was going to say we should drink the Special Forces Foundation pick tonight for Memorial Day. I'll drink it when I get home.
Okay.
But
speaking of,
we drank quite a few through quite a few barrels, and then we popped one, and it was pretty good. I liked it. I was sitting on it. And then we moved on, and he opened up another run of barrels because we still were like, not really.
Yeah, we had like if we had to choose one, I wouldn't be bummed with it. But I'm also not like, holy crap, we landed on.
But something. We ended up getting one that I personally think is like a holy crap. It to me reminded me of if you've been listening to the show for a long time, you know one of my favorite bottles of all time was the Bell Mead from Carruthers Wine and Spirits that was aged a 10-year single barrel pick, but was actually an 11-year. And it was just delicious. It was leather. It was sweet vanilla. It was tobacco. And it had a little bit of that smoke to it. That's what this barrel reminds me of. It's a couple years younger, but it is right there with that. It has that special quality that reminds me of just tobacco and earthiness and leather and just a rich experience. And so what are we calling that one, Grease? Because everyone has their cigar blends.
Right. Well, we have a cigarette blend. And I know it's not a blend. I know it's a single barrel, but I don't give a crap.
It's funny. It's
cigarette. It's not funny.
Well, I mean, it's funny because it's not a blend.
That's not why it's fun. No, it's not funny.
That's funny.
It's not funny.
It is mocking the cigar blend.
It's not mocking anything.
It is indeed mocking cigar blend.
I just wanted to be the first one to have a cigarette blend.
Yeah, so that's what it is. And it
was low hanging fruit.
The sticker is an American Spirits parody.
Yeah.
Like the American Spirit cigarettes. And but James was adamant that it be the menthol pack.
Yeah, because
instead of any other
pop on the bottle. But
here's what I would call him out on that. Typically greens are saved for like rye. Like the color green. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a bourbon.
Right.
So we should have gone with blue or red.
Right.
Anything other than neon green, but it'll be great.
Is there a red pack of American Spirits?
I don't know. But there's the black box that has they all have the red writing.
Little Red Riding Hood.
That's a really creepy song if you listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, I don't necessarily I just those aren't lyrics, Will. That's a
part. That's a part of the lyrics.
Is it on Apple iTunes?
Yeah, it says like wolf sound or
just
woo. Yeah. So we're doing that, and then
so we got a great barrel, and it's gonna look great on people's shelves.
And then the second one is a toasted rye.
Yeah, toasted rye.
That is also fantastic. That was another one James was very hesitant on. James is like the keeper of the whiskey because he's going to make sure.
Oh, he's a very hard personality.
It's like he sent me a note that we're going to read later when we drink something else, but
like tasting notes.
No, he sent us samples of 2 other barrels that are coming down, and we're going to drink them here, and then I'm going to read the note because he sent a note with it. But so we picked these 2 incredible barrels, had 2 Oak and Thieves members come with us on the pick, which is really, really cool.
They signed off
and they loved it. Yeah, they were pleased with it and ready to roll.
I wanted a different barrel, but I typically do.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I wanted the barrel before the one y'all picked.
Yeah, so
but that's typical.
We but those are dropping in a matter of days. We start rolling it out, and for current Oak and Thieves members, the way we are doing it to ensure this one will be a little bit less stressful because the quantity is definitely there to cover everyone, but. With Russell's Mantua, which a lot of people were drinking this weekend, the Russell's Reserve pick.
I want mine. I don't have
and there was a testament to how well our retail partner packages things. Like someone had a Ring doorbell camera where like flipped it up there.
We had one casualty.
Oh, was there?
Adam Shelton.
Oh no, but they do hold back.
He's like the nicest guy.
Some supply in case.
I told him to contact customer support.
Yeah. So it should be taken care of, all good. But so those are rolling out in a matter of days. But what I was saying about the Russell's, man, is that we structured it, but we don't until we've contacted everyone within a tier and even followed up.
Right.
We aren't moving on. So people don't have to worry about like, oh, the link was posted. There was a hiccup with the server of Patreon. Whereas their server sending out messages was down. So we click send at like an appropriate time in the afternoon. It did go out to like midnight, and we couldn't do anything about it. But we're not like moving on to the next tier. But so check that out, oakandthieves.com. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube right now. Subscribe to the channel, and if you're watching for the first time because you're like just done with your cookout, welcome aboard. We're talking about barrel picks right now. So those 2 are great. And then we've got these 2 that I think we should start drinking on now. But do you have anything else you want to say about the Nulu picks or Oak and Thieves or anything?
I'm excited to try this Hogback. I had the Hogback single barrel.
Well, I hadn't moved on to that yet.
Well, you just said, Joe.
No, I said, do you have any? No, I said about Nulu.
About, I was more than hungover that day. That's what I'll say about Nulu. We went hard until like 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had this pick scheduled for 10 a.m. And then we had to come back at 11. I really wish we'd have known that.
Yeah. Because that extra hour would have been clutch that day.
That would have been nice. Yeah. However, we enjoyed our time. Todd Cooper, James, y'all are super rad, super cool.
So now what you were alluding to, the 2 that we are trying is that James, like we said, is the keeper of the whiskey. He's aggressive. We do all have to sign off on the whiskey.
We do.
Before it goes out.
Right.
And so,
but James just gets like 3 votes.
One
just because he's loud.
Yeah. Lord. One of
y'all picking. I ain't picking that.
During Chris Propokiak.
Yes. Yep.
Chris P out of Colorado is a good buddy of ours. We were able to hang out with him at Whiskey Weekend. We hang out with him on our town hall level on our Patreon at Podcask. So
I won't go into it, but he sent a very expensive bottle to us that we did not,
that Grease crapped on for a good minute.
Love.
And by minute, it was weeks. And he was like, okay, I get it.
Nothing against him. Yeah, he was like, all right, yeah, y'all finish that.
But so he had sent a bottle of
everything else is gold.
Of Hogback, and it's a local, I think it's out of Boulder, Colorado. And they he brought a barrel pick to Whiskey Weekend, and James was smitten with it, like obsessed with it.
Yeah. No, he blinded me.
James said, yeah, he came and
James was like, here. And I tried it, and he's like, what do you how old do you think that is? And I said 11 years. This tastes like our Four Roses OESL.
Yeah.
And he said that's 2 years old.
Yeah.
Because that particular one was 2 years old. Now their stuff's like 4 years old.
Right. Guess. So the barrel pick, they sent samples to James. And this is also a problem because James was like a bulldog. He was like, would not let it go. He was calling the distiller himself because it's a really small operation.
Dude, that's just him.
And from all I know, one guy.
Yeah.
But finally, he finally tracked him down, and the guy sent like 3 or 4 samples of barrels.
Yeah.
And James, instead of trying them all and forwarding them on, he tried them all and said, this is it.
Yeah, he didn't even
let us try the others. But so he sent off this Hogback, and we're going to try this, and then we have one other that we're going to try.
But let me go ahead and tell you something.
And we're live going to give our stamp of approval or not, whether or not this is an Oak and Thieves barrel pick.
Here's the deal, though, man. I do trust James more than anybody on the planet to pick a good barrel.
Yeah,
I do.
No, that's fair.
I do. I haven't had.
I had one that I wasn't a huge fan of.
Which one was that?
I'm not going to say it on air because I don't want to sour his name.
The brand?
No, like of Oak and Thieves. But that's an incredible track record. If there's only been one barrel pick of James that I've not been like, this is incredible.
Well, yeah, he's done like a freaking 80 barrels.
Right. So the track record is he's going to have a dud, James. I don't know. There was one that just wasn't my favorite. So
trying to figure out which one.
I can't build him up too much, but
yeah, I know.
He said, James just said, I have the others I can send. Sorry, excitement gets to me sometimes. So first we're going to try this. Hogback is,
I will say, he did say there were 2 that rose well above the rest, the other 2. And then I don't know where we left it because I thought we were hoping to get 2 barrels.
Well, I think at this point we are doing one, but that we have option to come back. But we're about to see if we're even doing one because we're signing off. So this is the Hogback. This is barrel 32. They not only do their bourbon in new charred oak, but they also introduce aspen wood because of Colorado. So they take something that is native to Colorado and they introduce that to help round out the flavor. Now, this is, like you said, the one you had was 2 years old. This is a 4-year-old bourbon that we got to replace this cable. It's a little wonky donkey. That's a song. That's a child song.
That's a good kid's book. I want you to smell that and tell me. I mean, that smells nowhere near 4 years old. Nowhere near.
No.
And that's got to be the aspen wood, right?
Yeah, I think that is what really kicks it up a notch, like what really helps it develop into this particular flavor profile. But it also adds a layer of maturity to it that is not present in most 4-year whiskeys. And it's not just like a flavor, or it's the aroma too, and it's a natural because it's just like a different wood. I don't know. It doesn't come across like, oh, this is like a finished in masking it with that. It's using another wood to try to do something a little different, put their own spin.
It just blows my mind.
There's no essence of like youthful corn on the nose.
No, there's no. That's what I'm saying. Like there's zero. All right,
it does taste a bit.
You already taste it?
Oh no, because the nose and the palate are connected in the olfactory senses.
Okay.
No, sometimes I say.
What was that word you used for it one time?
I just said olfactory. Yeah, it's pertaining to the news.
I don't know why I thought you said Old Factory.
Well, maybe I did.
Old Factory?
The old factory store. Hey, James, go ahead and put in the chat. Do you know any proof on this?
Yeah, you got the details.
If there's anything else,
the deets.
He did say the finish reminds him of Warehouse G Turkey, like the OG Russell's, man. It's a single pot still and Aspen combined.
Dude, what the crap, dude? Leather. Tea.
Leather.
Sweet tea.
I do get a woodsiness to it. Not in like a,
but like a well balanced,
not like a crappy like Abercrombie cologne woodsy. I mean like actual in the woods. Like it's like you're in the wood. You're going camping.
Lost in the woods. That's my favorite song. Frozen.
This, and honestly, it's probably this may be prime whiskey tasting temperature down here because there's no like coolness to really relieve the senses.
Yeah. And if those were in your pocket on the way here, it got some good thigh heat to it.
Chris did say, this is Chris P, said the picks are usually around 120. So somewhere in there. Well, dadgum. Hank Williams Jr. is watching our stream. You think it's the Hank Williams Jr. that got a 4 roses emoji LE from a Virginia ABC? Lucky me.
The J's not capitalized, not the real one. Also, there's
fraud.
Yeah.
Pretender.
Dun, dun, pretender. What's that? I don't even know the song. I just know the. Yeah, okay.
Did you know that all the aspens in a single area is technically one single organism? Thank you, Eric Thompson. I did not know that.
Oh, okay. Because they root each other? Do they root each other?
Probably.
Yeah.
Who's rooting who? Who's being true?
That's where the phrase laying the root came from.
Yeah.
We're all one organism.
Yeah. Stamp of approval.
Bye.
Sealed. Yep.
Yeah. That's what you were doing. Like a tomahawk thing.
Yeah, that's delicious.
It's very, I mean, I don't even.
Hogback. And that's part of the
Chris,
the
what's typically MSRP on those single barrels? I would love to know that.
I think we do know that.
The cast strength single barrels?
Yeah, I think we know that from emails, but I do want to read, I forgot to tell you, James did send me a note along with the samples. But if you know James, there are things that we try not to say on the podcast feed and on the live streams, and James has no such scruples. So we will, I'm going to edit this. And because he addressed it to Dear William Pooh Bear Haynes.
You're going to edit it out?
Yeah, I'm going to read his letter. No, I'm going to self-edit as I'm speaking.
Oh, like, so you're going to beep?
Censor. Well, I'm not going to beep because he says, Dear William Pooh Bear Haynes. So I'm just going to say Pooh Bear in place of a few words. How about that?
Because it does sound like he cussed. William Pooh Bear Haynes.
Yeah. So
it's like Will Mother freaking Haynes.
Yeah. Well, Will Pooh Bear Haynes is how you do it. Okay. So enclosed are some Pooh Bear samples that we went ahead and selected for Oak and Thieves. Really confident there, saying he went ahead and selected,
right?
As if it didn't require a quorum.
There's a document that says he is 25%.
Yeah. They are so Pooh Bear good, it's going to be hard to keep Grease contained. He's going to be on these like Bob is on dessert. Enjoy and let me know what you think. Loving wishes, the real deal.
So I'm going to need to see that later just so I know what the Pooh Bears were. But I mean, I have really great guesses.
I mean, they're probably what you'd expect.
Does it begin with an F?
It's a Pooh Bear. It's just a Pooh Bear.
Got it.
It's just a Pooh Bear. All right.
I mean, this is working out well.
Yeah.
And we have Red X, which Red X has only been released in the gift shop at ASW.
Yeah. So this is an ASW. And people that came to Whiskey Weekend got really familiar with ASW and really liked them.
This is the first private single barrel release ever of this product.
Right.
And James has personally gone to the distillery and chopped up heartwoods to put into the barrel just to give it some extra cray.
Now,
is that a way of saying that?
That's definitely a way of saying
that's
it.
a boomer way of saying that, though, isn't it?
No.
A little extra cray?
No. It's just a stupid way to say it.
Yeah, I agree.
Red X is a single malt, though.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Well, I don't even want to call it a single malt. It's literally, it's just cherry.
Well, I'm telling people the kind of whiskey it is. If you were to say, no, that's not a bottle of whiskey, that's just cherry, that you're describing how it tastes, not what it is. It's like you can't go into a liquor store and say, I'll have the just cherry.
It just rained, and you were out there smelling pear and cherry trees. That's what it smells like.
James confirmed in the chat that said it is a single malt, and he said German Red X, which I'm guessing that is the malt. It's like the varietal of malt.
Got it.
That is used. The malted barley.
He says that this tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
All right. Well,
I don't know if he put it in the chat yet, but that's just what he says.
The nose.
I get fruit trees after a rain on the nose. It's very refreshing.
Yeah. I get that dewy kind of.
It's light but rich
aroma. Yeah, the just after a rain is very on point.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
He said this one's going to be called Bedrock because of Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, this one's just called Bedrock.
The Hogback, I don't know if we've named yet. The other new.
I think that's going to be like the Varsity Blues Pig.
Oh yeah,
or something like that.
I love that dog.
Yeah.
The pig should just be called I love that dog.
Oh yeah. I think it's a pig.
Don't even have to go like if
you just show a pig,
and say I love that dog.
I love that dog
in a nice shade of blue,
right?
Varsity Blues,
yeah, with like a V branded on its butt, or like a tramp stamp V. That would be great.
Sure. On its. Well, are you talking about its butt, like its bottom, or like the butt of a pig, like the pork shoulder?
No.
Like a Boston butt.
I'm talking about like a right cheek.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I was asking clarification. Because like pigs have the old Boston butt.
You are trustworthy of me tonight. Why on God's green earth would you keep prying, wanting to know details?
Yeah. Because
that's your better judgment today. If you had the day off, we all did.
I got up at 4:15 this morning
to go fishing.
Yeah. So I'm tired. I'm a little tired. But I do like that after the rain note.
You should post a few pictures on the podcast stories.
Sure, I could.
Because they're real pretty. Of you going fishing this morning. Hey guys, if y'all are watching, hit that like button. That'd be awesome. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you've got friends that you go, hang out at the golf course or whatever, tell them about us. We'd appreciate it.
Fruity Pebbles, but also when you say cherry, I get kind of like a chocolate covered cherry.
Oh, I'm not
kind of business going on. I did have you get that?
A milk chocolate one.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, no, dark.
I think it's dark. There's a lot of flavor. Grease is not typically a malted barley whiskey fan. However, I will say that, and this is something that someone said here a moment ago in our chat, that American single malts are really coming. It was Eric Thompson again. Said American single malts are really coming into their own. And what I like about the American single malts that we've been trying, especially ASW, well, Duality is technically a dual malt because it's a malted rye and a malted barley, but it's double malt. Is that they aren't trying to be Scotch, right? So I think the problem with a lot of times is when
I'm happy about that.
No, I know. So a lot of early American single malts were just trying to be American Scotch, and I think that was a mistake because there's so much more that you can do with it. And what the flavors I'm getting are like definitely a cousin to bourbon, a cousin to rye. Like it's in the same family, but it is just using a different grain forward bill. And this is so good.
This is stupid.
And I love how excited you are because it's forcing you to
I don't
branch
normally
out.
like those.
You think you don't like them.
I think I don't
you
like
do
them,
like them.
but I do like them. Yeah.
And that's really what's making me happy is that Oak and Thieves is not only causing us to branch out and causing you to branch out, but it's trying to showcase things like Hogback, ASW, these distilleries that you may have never even heard of. You definitely probably can't. Definitely probably. You should never say definitely probably. I would wager that you can't walk into your local liquor store and buy ASW or Hogback just off the shelf. But because of something like Oak and Thieves, we are able to not only work with these great brands, these great distilleries that are, some of them are craft, some of them are going to be the bigger brands like Russell's and Four Roses. And there's some others in the mix that we'll be rolling out as we go. And then the more well-known, maybe widespread craft distilleries or non-distiller producers like Nulu and things like that. But we're still going to pick quality bottles. But we also want to showcase people, not just for the heck of it, because we can get the barrel. Like, it wasn't easy to get either of these barrels. That, I think sometimes there's a misconception when you put out a product that's by a distiller that's lesser known. It's like, oh, well, it's just not in demand, so they were able to get it. No, these two were
James worked
a lot
really
harder
hard
to get. Like the Red X, he's been fighting for even well before Oak and Thieves was a glimmer in James's spit cup. That he's been trying to get this Red X as a single barrel pick, and then the Hogback was just like a revelation at Whiskey Weekend, and he had to have it. And so we could sit here on the podcast and say, buy bar pass Red X or buy bar pass Hogback, and it's like, go buy it, but you're never going to be able to get it unless you go to Boulder or you go to Atlanta, and then you're there at the right time. Instead, you can just be a part of Oak and Thieves, and we're going to do the harder part of the work.
Hell of a sales point.
And so you can try these things that we normally would just sit on here, and then we'd get comments in the thread of like, well, it's something we could never get. Because you get that. It's like, why are you doing a review with something we could never get? And so we're just,
which, by the way,
bringing it to the people.
There was one recently talking about Jack Daniels. Like,
oh
great,
no, I saw that
another list that I'll never be able to get anything from. And I'm like, literally, there's 2 Jack Daniels products on there that are national.
The reference, Grease and I put out videos last week.
It's almost like you didn't even watch it.
That were 5 things we're drinking right now. It's like the 5 things we're drinking right now.
Yeah, and there's no rules. Like I'm not cultivating that list.
Yeah.
Well, 5 whiskeys everybody in America can get tomorrow.
The entire premise was that if someone's at a party and asks you, what are you drinking like right now? Or what's your favorite whiskey? I normally say I don't have a favorite because I drink so much. And also, but it's like, that's like trying to say, also, if you say what's, I know it is so hot in here. Look at this hair. Let's just do it like this the rest of the show. Just show how miserable we are. Dude, drinking whiskey in a basement.
You can tell that like our hair's wet.
It's hot. But all that to say was that
we might as well brand it.
Yeah. Was that the whole point of the list wasn't say that you have to go buy these or whatever. It's just, it was like a party icebreaker. And so someone did say that, and then even you were like, we flexing hard. It's like, no, the whole point, it could be at some point, my list, when we redo it, is going to be like Thomas H. Handy, because I pulled it out and I haven't put it back up, and I've had a little bit of a pour every night this week, like, so it's not necessarily a flex. It's like straight up, I am drinking this in my rotation right now.
I'm drinking a lot. That's what you said.
We look so bad. This looks like a weird like hostage situation video. It's like,
yeah, dude.
Holding up today's paper.
My hairline does not lie.
Yeah.
I'm working on it though, man. I've got this Roman stuff in it. Bart's wife said I've got.
You do have that Roman stuff, don't you?
Got new growth.
You've got that. You've got new growth on your Roman pills, eh?
Well, no,
most people, I know you're talking about the hair growth. Most people think of the ED stuff.
Yeah, because that's what they commercialize.
I've got new growth with my Roman. I'm on this Roman stuff. Got new growth.
That is
my
so
buddy's
fair.
wife said I've got new growth.
Dadgummit!
I feel like I'm having like a fever dream. It's so hot.
That's
woo,
a fever dream. Yeah, like I don't feel like we're here. Like I feel we're out of body at this point, Will.
Mm-hmm.
We would do better right now outside. 100%.
Yeah, it's going to be cooler outside because there may be a touch of a breeze.
It's 82 degrees upstairs.
We should take our shirts off and turn the lights out.
No, because they make that filter now that you can unearth blackness.
Yep.
Like if it's
night vision, essentially.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Like, it's like an ISO on a camera.
Uh-huh.
You can do it in post.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I mean, my chest and stomach are all over the internet.
Yeah, that's true. He has Roman. Joshua Casey, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Y'all look good on camera. Don't worry. Thank you.
Okay. Well, no. What you obviously we don't care how we look.
Yeah, we're not worried. We will.
We're literally
address that.
We're just treading water over here, trying not to die.
Yeah. Woo, man. I'm craving that 50-degree tail water that I was in today.
Oh yeah,
Caney Fork.
Mm-hmm.
There was something I was going to ask. There's something. At some point, you'll drink too much and you'll tell something on live. But I don't know if you're
me.
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know.
I don't have any secrets right now.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's a secret or not. All right, moving on.
Oh, about my failed attempt at something?
Yeah. You want to go to the 15 and then you can decide whether or not you want to talk?
Oh, I've already decided.
Okay.
Absolutely. Join us after the 15 for some updated info on my vasectomy. Hit the music.
Woo, it's hot. All right.
Hot.
So we're going to be drinking on the 15. This is from Filibuster. We
previously we haven't loved.
Yeah, and that's what I want to I've got some good things to say about them that they sent. There were some things that were hit or miss. There was some stuff we said wasn't terrible and in that, but it wasn't like I don't think we rated it as buy. But yeah, they put out a bottled and bond, and it's distilled and bottled by Filibuster. So,
all right. So, okay, this is an interesting fact.
Let's hit on the show part.
Some say we never left.
And we're back from the 15.
Some say we never left, Will.
We may be leaving our earthly bodies because it is hotter than Hades.
We actually should have left and gone outside for at least a minute.
Oh, yeah. We should have done a little refresher.
Blown in each other's face.
That's one way to put it. So we're drinking on the 15. This is Filibuster bottled in bond Virginia straight bourbon whiskey. It's 5-year age stated, obviously 100 proof. There's some details on the back, but I do want to say one thing to Filibuster. They had sent us products years ago. We drank them. We said some were fine. Some were not our favorite. We were very honest about our reviews as we are. We're honest. We don't make up what we're saying or lie. But they sent this, and we
try to be honest without being jerks.
Right. Yeah. There's no if someone's putting a product out and putting their money and name and time behind it, then there's no reason to be a jerk unless they literally are getting in your face and like screaming at you, like, if you don't like this, you don't know anything, like just it is what it is. But
yeah,
this is you got to hand it to them because they started something and they have a really cool story. It's an immigrant family to America and outside of DC, and just worked up from nothing and now owns a distillery that is actually now with this bottled and bond release. This is distilled, aged, and bottled by Filibuster.
Right.
So it's their own product. They wouldn't give up. They didn't give up and continue to go. So they have a water source is Virginia limestone, source for The ingredients is HWK Farms. It's corn, rye, and barley.
I feel like they get a lot of free press with their name.
Filibuster? Oh, just like in
except it could ignite the whiskey world though.
Grease, are you going to
get rid of the filibuster?
Yeah, are you gonna abolish the filibuster? Is that the legislative filibuster to be precise? And get some legislation moved.
Here's the deal. I don't know if I should or not. But I don't want to get rid of whiskey.
Yeah, well, we're going to decide whether or not tonight. We're going to get really political, and we're going to decide whether or not it's time to abolish the filibuster or not. So there's a fermentation time, 72 hours.
Did you already pour? Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I don't know what this is.
I don't know.
Oh, Eagle Rare.
I don't know if 72 hours fermentation time is a good amount of time or not. Sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It is?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It tells
this
us
is an interesting stat.
Yeah.
Number one, I appreciate the stats that they give us. It's a 3-grain mash bill, corn, rye, barley.
Yeah.
Fermentation hours, 72 hours. I don't know. Yeah. All I know is that's 4 hours shy of. No, that's 4 days. 3 days. Man. Double distilled. That's unique.
Yeah.
So
I'm wondering if that's a pot and a column still, what the double distilled is, but
this batch is made up of 12 barrels.
So it's a small batch in this bottle and bond.
Which I actually like that they're saying that.
Yeah.
Because
they gave us
small batches, like everybody's like small batch, really small batch, very small batch. It's like, but that doesn't mean anything unless you tell us, hey, this is how many barrels are in that batch.
Yeah.
It means absolutely nothing. Bottled and bond, aged 5 years, 100 proof, Virginia straight bourbon whiskey. I'm very interested to try this.
So you can
recycle this bottle.
They did send a entire like kind of press kit of the filibuster brand, like all their different things, where the distillery is, yada yada.
Right there.
But this is I was looking at that, but then this is a one sheet on the bottle and bonds, kind of an addendum.
Pregnant women should not drink it.
Should not, but does not say cannot. It does say on the back, it does kind of tell their story, and it's that they moved to the United States in 2007 under the poverty line. The entire family of 6 were in a 1-bedroom house, and the family working the current. So the CEO worked at a gas station and a liquor store, and they kept moving. And after that, they worked towards the dream of starting this distillery. So
this is what I need.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. So let's take a look at it.
Getting some brown sugar. Yeah.
The nose is actually pretty good.
Yeah. The nose is really good.
It doesn't smell young or harsh.
It smells in the pocket.
Yeah.
It just smells like brown sugar vanilla. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Let's see. It is a little light in color.
Yeah.
So they say the aroma is sweet and floral on the nose with notes of espresso, tea, honey, and orange peel. I don't get any citrus.
Yeah.
But, the tea and honey is kind of like the standard vanilla, brown sugar, caramel, like those kind of interesting. So
what was their first note, though?
Sweet and floral. All right,
I can see floral. All right, let's go. What in the world is that? What is that?
It's probably the wax. It's because I cut the wax ring in the top.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to look up the price on it because it doesn't say the MSRP.
This is really good.
It is really good. I'm like a little speechless.
Right. Like, I don't know.
I did not expect it to taste this good, which is, I mean,
Did they say MSRP on this? What are we doing?
No, that's what I'm trying to find.
He's trying to find it. Let me go ahead and tell you my first thought. Like, if I was doing this blind, I would have said that I wouldn't have been able to guess it, but I would have said this is like 100 proof MGP.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't know what it would be.
Yeah. I'm trying to find I don't know.
It's not Remus. It's not Remus. You know, that's 100 proof, but that is way older. It's got way different notes to it, but this tastes like just a really good MGP. And I'm telling you right now, if this thing is anywhere $50 or less, I mean, it's a buy all day.
None of the stores have a dollar amount.
Oh, buy now.
Yeah. Okay. LiquorExpress.us is where it takes me.
That doesn't sound shady. I was at the pool today and somebody said, "Hey man, I saw Weller 12 liters on sale on this online store."
Oh no.
For $50. They had 9 of them. I told so-and-so about it, man. And I was like, but he didn't buy them.
Okay.
So he did.
Good.
He did leave it up to like, you know, should I? And I said, no, you should not. If it's too good to be true, it's freaking too good to be true.
Right.
Dadgummit. Whoa, we got like
this is from
purple
Drew.
red one.
You may not win a trophy every year, Grease, but you're still the champ in my heart. But I'm a Falcons fan, so what do I know?
Oh gosh. I'm literally no, because I have won a championship. I would say if I was winning the nose round last year by like double digits and then I end up losing to Kyle last year, I would have said that.
Yeah.
However, I did land the plane.
The Liquor Express link is broken that you click through.
That makes sense. It got shut down by the FBI.
None of the other sites that had it, when I clicked there, it still said $0. But Bo,
man, if anybody knows, hit us up.
Well, I was just telling you.
Oh,
Bo Ranheim, who is typically in the know on these type of things, said it's $50 for the.
Then
bonded.
that is
$50. I'm a buy on.
No, I'm buy a case, guys. You can't.
I wouldn't buy a case. I don't.
You
buy
can't.
Cases,
no, you can't find whiskey that tastes this good right now. For dude, name. Okay, and this is what we're running into with Oak and Thieves. Like, how many bottles of a single barrel can you even remotely get that are close to $50? That are close. Like, it's very hard. Like, if you got a 1792 bottled in bond, that's your only hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eagle Rare too, but everybody's going to mark up Eagle Rare.
Well, and that's 90 proof, 10 years, not bottled in bond. You know,
correct.
Yeah. So it's, but I mean, this is 5-year, 100 proof, $50. It's it has a really good flavor profile. I was a little speechless drinking it because I was expecting to be like, it's fine, it's okay.
Let me circle back up and say thank you again to Andrew. That's very, very generous, and we appreciate that. Also, he laked it this weekend.
Oh yeah, he did.
And I want to lake party with him.
Well, you're not invited.
We need to find somebody in like Tennessee or North Alabama. Actually, no, there's alligators in North Alabama.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
There's alligators in Georgia.
I understand, Will.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, got it.
I'm not getting in that water.
Yeah.
But I do want to I want to lake so hard. I will lake it.
Yeah.
I grew up on a lake.
Jeff Huck is saying, does it taste like illegal dumping? Apparently there were allegations, and I haven't done the research, so I'm going to say allegations. Whether or not. No, that there was like an EPA violation or something of dumping of water from filibuster. I don't know the ins and outs of that, so I can't necessarily speak specifically to that. But
well, they haven't been here long. They might just not have known.
Well,
okay. I mean, that's fair to say.
That is not fair to say.
Oh, okay. Just delete that.
All right.
No, I'm just saying.
No, don't try to cover. Just move on. Was. I would just say, Drew Boland's in Wedowee.
You know Wedowee?
Yeah.
You grew up there?
No.
Well, you've talked about it a lot.
No, I drove through Wedowee every time. Well, first of all, my uncle had a boat on Wedowee for a long time. But
that's a trek for him. That's not close.
It's not that far from Atlanta. It's probably an hour and a half.
Okay, that's not bad.
No. It would be from my granddad's house, I drive through Wedowee to Auburn, and then when I was going to visit him, we'd drive through Wedowee as well. So
I like to call it Wedowee.
Michael Mijares says, I've never seen alligators in North Alabama. I basically grew up on the water here. It's been probably the past 10 years that the alligators have migrated north. There's actually there's a Facebook group, Alligators of North Alabama, that you can follow. And it's people literally
just citing them.
Yeah. It's like an
alligator sighting.
Yeah.
You see that video I sent you the other day?
Which one?
The one where the water was completely still. And
somebody they threw something in and the alligator popped up, or it was a crocodile.
Or they just tapped the water with a stick or something, and this massive animal.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm a buy on that. I think that's good.
I've already said buy a case of it.
Yeah. So other than that, that's been a fun show, y'all. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/the podcast, join Town Hall. It's where we drink with you privately on Zoom calls and have a lot of fun, stay up too late and get into trouble. And then
if you don't here's the deal though. I have something new.
Okay.
On my Instagram account @TheRealGrease, which we're going to set one up for Will too. But on there, if you don't want to do Patreon, but you just wanted to donate something to us to help support content, on that link tree, there's like a PayPal thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. Because some people might not want to be man, I just don't want to pay $20 a month.
Yeah.
But I would love to give you $10. You can do that. And it would be awesome.
There you
help
go.
Support us.
Other than that, if you want to get in on those Nulu barrels that are dropping that are unbelievable, Cigarette Blend and Get Out, which references the first interaction we had at Nulu that morning. And
get out of here.
Those are starting to drop basically as soon as June rolls over. So be on the lookout for that if you're in Oak and Thieves, and go ahead and sign up if you want access to that. If you want the Red X, if you're or the Hogback, these are coming soon. Got a lot of awesome stuff coming down. Our Starlight.
We've got a Penelope blend coming out.
Penelope blend, a couple of other things that are not public yet, but very soon will be. I have a couple follow-ups that I had this week that are good.
Yep. Well, we just potentially acquired something that I really want.
So we will
some fun stuff.
It's going to be great. So
it's going to be pretty good.
Check that out. oakandthieves.com takes you straight to it. It's set up through Patreon to make it super easy for us to communicate and connect. There's also the meeting of the thieves that Bob and James host, and we hop on. That's a part of that. And if you want to buy merch, both Podcast and Oak and Thieves, go to thepodcast.com/store. And give us a subscription and a thumbs up. And we don't know Jack,
but we'll drink it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.